Hello everybody and welcome back to Book Mining. It's your Book Miner Giant, and today I'm back with another review yet again. But before I begin, I'm not making any promises now, and if you watched my previous videos you will know what kind of promises I usually make at the start of every single video. But yeah, no promise this time, but yeah, I'm back with an Agatha Christie review as usual maybe, and I've just finished reading this book like yesterday night and filming it today morning. So yeah, this Agatha Christie review that I'm doing today is a Poirot case, that is After the Funeral by Agatha Christie, of course. And this is one of her later ones, I think. Yeah, this is one of her later ones. And I'm really impressed by this book, really. This book is basically set in somewhat of a countryside. So this dude named Richard Abernethy, and then he's like found dead all of a sudden, very abruptly. Although there is the doctors who say that Richard was suffering from some kind of disease, and after the death of his son, he really had lost, hope of living and all that stuff. But then still the doctors are a little confused as to how death came to him so early or like so abruptly. But at the same time, it's like considered to be a natural death. But then what happens is that after Richard's funeral, when the family gathers around, in the whole drawing room of Enderby, that's Richard's house, there's her sister, Cora Lenz Quinette, who actually, out of the blue just says that, wasn't he murdered? Okay, so she like raises that kind of question, and everybody is pretty surprised by what she's saying. And then, although they kind of like sideline Cora because she has a nature of being very unexpected and mischievous, so they put it down to one of her little mischiefs. But then what happens is that next day Cora Lands Quinette is also found dead, killed with a hatchet, and in her cottage. So what happens is that although they might not be related, there's still arises suspicion that both of the events were related, and somebody present in the gathering who heard Cora say out that question thought that she had known too much, and maybe she might give him or her away, so she was to be silenced, and that's what's assumed, although people are not like openly saying that this is the case. So what happens is that when nothing, the police are not able to do anything really, what happens is that the family solicitor, Mr. Entwistle, entrusts Hercule Poirot, of course, to do the case for him, and Hercule is on the case. So what happens then is that they actually get Enderby, and the entire family gathers around at Enderby, and then he has long talks with it. So this is one case. There's not a lot of proofs, but it's something of where Hercule is using lots of talking to make the actual murderer slip a bit and contradict some statements that he or she made in the past. So it's a very different approach. Usually what happens is that he looks for clues and everything, but there are actually like almost like no clues, and even he is a bit dumbfounded in some part of the story. So this is a very different approach to to the murderer, of course, because the murderer is very clever, and like absolutely no clues have been left behind. The way he actually uses the method is just amazing to see. It's something very Agatha Christie also, but then it's not the conventional kind of crimes sequence of how it's actually happening. And I'm noticing I'm not making eye contact with the camera today, but it's okay. I'm looking straight onto a white wall, but whatever. Okay, I'll make eye contact in the last few minutes. Now coming to the solution, which is actually one that lots of people judge Agatha Christie upon, because this is a murder mystery and the solution is actually weighing a lot. So the solution for this After the Funeral. Now, the solution is good, guys. It's surprising, and the things are well planned out and everything, but at the same time I was a little iffy about the solution, or whether I liked it or not that much. Although it's really surprising, but I did not get that wow factor for some reason out of the solution. Like when I read it, what happened was that when the solution was revealed, you get those kind of goosebumps and all that stuff, which I had with other Agatha Christie's when the solution revealed. But for this one, I don't know, I really did not get that wow factor. although the solution is just immaculately planned and everything just fits in so well, it's all absolutely logical. And the way Hercule is actually going through it is very interesting and amazing to watch, and it's just amazing journey and everything. But for some reason the solution is good, yet it's not, so it's kind of mixed feelings for me with the solution. But at the same time, I'd say that the solution is nice. Okay, it's somewhere between, I'd place it like good to best, somewhere in the middle. Like, it kind of, goes from here to here. I don't know, it's a very tricky thing to say, and I cannot tell you whether I liked it or not. I liked it, of course, but then at the same time, I was a little disappointed in it as well. It's very iffy. Yeah. You see, I'm repeating stuff now, so let's say that. Yeah, so the solution, you can read it. It's nice, and I highly recommend this book as well. It's just a personal opinion I wanted to share, and just the truest feeling that I felt when I read the solution last night. So yeah, that is about After the Funeral by Agatha Christie. A very unpredictable book, I'd say, and a very nice one as well. One of the best, I guess, like in some kind of voting I was watching. After the Funeral was, I think, in the top 2015, I guess, or something. Yeah, so it's a very solid book from Agatha, and I highly recommend reading this one. And another thing I like to mention over here is that Hercule Poirot is not in the entire book. Like, he's from half of the book, which was another thing that I, kind of missed. But at the same time, I was really happy he was not there, because the book really holds up. It's a very good book. And another thing that I will say is that I usually like Hercule throughout the process, and in this book, although he was not like until we were halfway through the book, but at the same time, this book was all the same very, very nice. And that's another reason why, because I also really appreciate this book, because it did not, make me feel disappointed of Hercule not being there. The story and everything made up for Hercule's absence just perfectly. I think even better than when Hercule was there, or maybe not, whatever. I'm biased towards Hercule, I'd say. Yeah, so that's about it for this book. Highly recommend this one, and yeah, you should go and try After the Funeral by Agatha Christie. See you in the next one, guys. Subscribe, please, because I'm sitting at 31 for ages now. Bye bye.